Welcome. I'm Janelle Kolaski, a career mindset coach and actor.
And I'm Amanda Dubois, a self-authenticity and prosperity life coach and actor as well. And we're your co-host of Mindset Artistry YouTube channel,
where we teach you the art of discovering and using your mindset
to build a career and life you desire.
This episode is about self-love in honor of February. Woo! February, the love, although it's all about chocolates and advertising. Is it really about love? But, love is kind, love is versatile. But are you giving yourself the love that you deserve, or are you expecting it from someone else? And in that, are you loved for who you are or who you should be or expected to be in the relationship? And that goes with any relationship. So I want to talk about self-love. So when you think of self-love, Nellie, what is the first thing that comes to mind?
Putting yourself first.
I like that. Putting yourself first. I mean, for me, love is seeing yourself imperfectly perfect in all avenues, in falling in love with yourself unconditionally, if that makes sense, right? Loving yourself through the ups and downs of your life, through any relationships, through stages and all the things that you are, and appreciating and accepting every version of you and loving yourself anyway. For me, self-love is very important because I felt like for so long I had to morph myself into being a person that somebody else would love versus being my true, authentic self. How have you dealt with self-love? I know you're in a relationship. I'm single. Yes.
She could be with someone. She could be with someone.
It is a choice.
She could.
This
It's
is
a
true.
choice. So don't let her fool you.
No, it truly is.
Definitely a prize over here. Just say you can hit her up.
Thank
But
you.
it's a choice.
No, it truly is. It really is a choice, and I'm in that version of truly loving myself, right? So you are in a relationship, and speaking of being in a relationship, how have you found loving yourself and also loving your partner in your relationship? Has it been difficult? Has it been rewarding? All the things.
I think it's very scary, and specifically for women, because we have such a nurturing personality.
Yeah.
Even the ones that say, oh, I'm not nurturing. I mean, it's just part of our DNA. Literally, biologically, we are designed to nurture. And so it can be very hard once there's a man or kids in the mix to ever think of yourself. And also how you grew up. I mean, I saw my mom put herself last, saw my grandmother put herself last. So it's just, I don't know. And women are very strong and can handle a lot and multitask. It's also scientifically proven, and men cannot.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like you have to be behind the scenes. They say behind every great man is an even greater woman, because, and it's not to knock men. It's literally like men are very good at saying what they want and not apologizing.
Well, yeah,
Right?
Men have the ability, quote unquote, to compartmentalize
Yeah.
things, take the emotion out of it and see things as a matter of fact, versus our nature as women to use our emotions and use our emotions to drive our actions, our choices and things, which is nothing wrong with that. Whether you compartmentalize or not, there's absolutely nothing wrong. And I try to do both, to be honest.
Yeah.
When you look at things as a matter of fact and you take the emotions out, you start looking at them as either a problem to be solved or a situation that doesn't align with who you are or where you want to go, or a friendship or a partner that really isn't, treating you well at the end of the day.
Well, I had to learn too, because also it was on me.
Yes.
Because I was just so focused on my partner because I'm in love, which is a beautiful thing.
Right.
But there is this thing of, I have to be everything. I have to be all. And it really takes away from you. And I don't feel any shame around that, because it's a very natural thing to do. But I definitely had to find ways, and I'm still finding ways, to make sure I'm really honoring who I am and my authenticity. And I would say we both have done a pretty good job of keeping our lives, like, I still have friends.
Yeah.
I still do things. I still travel by myself, and so does he. So it's not like we're completely entwined and forgetting everything and who we are. But you really do have to watch it in a relationship, because a lot of people are afraid, oh, it'll take away from the relationship if I think of myself too much. But actually, no, it's better, it's healthier to make sure you're giving yourself what you need. And you can't expect all that from your partner. You can't. That's not fair, and they can't possibly give you everything. You give yourself what you need, and then you can, it's kind of like you're like living your lives and you like complement each other, but you can't expect to complete each other. You know how they say you have to complete each other?
Yeah. I never really got that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess like one person might have strengths, weaknesses, and you can help out.
Okay. Yeah.
But it's really supposed to be, I think, like a parallel journey.
I agree with you, because think about it. If you expect someone to complete you, then when they're gone or leave or something happens, you feel empty, you feel lost, right? Because you don't have a sense of self in that relationship. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that either. You know, you have these relationships that they're together for like 90 years. Hey, I would hope to be 90 years, but you know, like 60, 70 years, and it's amazing. But it's a combination of communication, going out on dates, discovering yourself. And these are the things that you should also be doing for yourself as self-love. You should be taking yourself out on dates. You should be celebrating yourself in every which way possible. You should literally stand in front of the mirror butt naked and go, all right, this is who I am in a vulnerable state, and go, I love myself. I love my curves. I love my handles, your boobs, the scars, what my big forehead. Like, you know, these are things that like maybe were brought up in a way when you were younger and were ridiculed. And now, in order to take your control back and take yourself back, is appreciate those things, love those things. And so to me, self-love is very important. And I think that's why I don't want to be in a relationship right now, because I want to be able to love myself so well and unconditionally that someone adds to my love. They're not defying my love. And it took me a while to understand what that was like, because I grew up in a home that my parents divorced. So yes, I had this loving family when I was up until, 10 or 11. It was beautiful. But after that, which is like the teenage years where you start discovering what the hell it is to be in a relationship and all these things, and like boys, or, you know, you're attracted to other people, like, ooh, right? You start comparing that to your home, unbeknownst to you, because they're setting an example of what love is and how love should be affectionate, or love should be based off gifts or whatever it is. So, or the lack of love at home. So if you don't have it, then you're constantly seeking that from other people, which can compromise and put you in situations that are not healthy if you're not living a healthy self-love life, which takes time, because every stage of our lives, we evolve, we grow, we experience different things. And it's really important to understand and have a voice for yourself. And really guarding, is that the word, guarding? Guarding, not guarding, but
are you cultivating? Are you making something?
Yeah.
Nurturing.
Okay. Or gardening. Gardening. There you go. Gardening. Right. Your love, because it's going to help you throughout your process in every aspect of your life, especially when you like come across failure or complications or challenges. You have to be able to love yourself in those situations as well, and like nurture.
Yeah, you got to. And I want to give hope to people that are in relationships already.
Oh,
too,
yeah.
Because I used to feel kind of upset at myself that I didn't take more time to be alone first. But at the same time, like, you can't help when you meet someone. So I'm glad that, you know, I met my partner when I did. But just know that you can be in a relationship. You could have been in a relationship for 10 years and you still have the space to carve out a new self-love journey for you. And also know that there are parts of me that I thought that I healed and were good, and then you get in a relationship, and when you're in a relationship, especially a close, intimate one, those people are mirrors. So you're not going to have everything figured out. So don't feel bad. You just won't. I'm telling you right now, you're not. There's no way you're going to possibly iron out all the details about yourself and then get in a relationship and not have any issues.
Yeah.
And not face yourself and be like, wait, am I enough or whatever? Because there's someone right there. And so it's really cool, too, because then there's like the solo self-love journey and really defining what you want and who you are, so you're not ending up in these crazy relationships that you don't want to be in.
No.
But then once you're in the relationship, there's like this big ass mirror, and it's good because it shows you what you have to work on, and it's really cool how it all like.
Yeah, it all kind of comes together like a beautiful puzzle. Because don't get me wrong, I love being in relationships. I'm a love bug. I'm very romantic. Take me on a walk in Paris, like all the things. Like for sure, I am a full on romantic, and I love that about myself. And I most of the time wear my heart on my sleeve, and I'm okay with that because that's just who I am, and I don't mind doing that because I see the world in such a beautiful way. Versus being guarded for so long. I felt I guarded myself because I was afraid of getting hurt because I saw the relationship and the dynamic that my parents had, and it made me scared. It made me scared of getting hurt from someone or by someone. And then at the same time, for the longest time, I didn't find myself beautiful or attractive. And then I was told that in middle school, like, ooh, like, the quote unquote, oh, you have a boyfriend. But somehow he was like, oh, I don't want to tell anybody. Why you don't want to tell anybody? Well, no, because, I'm like, what? And he's like, well, you're not that attractive. I'm like, great. So then why are you dating me? Like, it was just a thing, and it happened. But this is middle school. And because of that, I try to change myself into something that was more acceptable in their eyes. And then I compromised myself.
Yeah, nobody wanted to date me ever. I never had a boyfriend in school ever, like through high school, nothing.
Yeah.
So
there you go. At least I had a boyfriend, but even then, was it really a boyfriend? I don't think so because, at 13, 12, 14, 15, 16, is that really
I got
boyfriend?
these young girls in my life now, that are like 12. I'm like, I don't want you to have a boyfriend. You don't need it.
No, you really don't. Not at a young age.
I want them to know who they are.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't get lost in early relationships because sometimes it is just our opinion, or at least my opinion, is that you can distract from your self-development. You can distract from your wants because then you end up getting to the point where if you are in love with somebody at 17, you guys are getting ready to go to college. You go to a college that wasn't necessarily your choice, but you go there because your partner and your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your partner, whoever it is going there.
Yeah.
Which is fine too. By all means, go for it. You never know. You live once, love all. Be like Elizabeth Taylor and have all the partners in the world and get the diamond rings and all the things. Like,
oh my God.
Why not?
Why not?
But in the process, maintain your self-love and know who you are, and don't feel bad for choosing self-love, and don't feel bad if you're single during the time of this month in Valentine's, because it's okay. It's absolutely okay. It's propaganda, to be honest. It's like, for me, when I'm dating somebody, every day should be Valentine's Day in our eyes. It shouldn't be one particular day that's nationwide that you have to show me love. Like and it's vice versa as well. And this goes for me too, to appreciate my partner during the times that even when they don't feel like it or when they're going through a hard time, whatever the case may be is. But it's a compromise, it's an alignment, it's communication, it's all the things. And with that, make sure you're doing that for yourself. Take yourself out on a date. Don't wait for someone to romance you. Romance yourself, girl. Or guy, or person, or they, them, whoever. Romance yourself. Take a nice romantic bath. Put a nice blue candle on. Some good incense, Get a massage. Take yourself out on a romantic date. I've done it. And honestly, it feels so good getting to know yourself during this self-love process. Because you appreciate yourself even more. And honestly, the more I take myself out and the more I've actually enjoyed my company, if that makes sense, right? Enjoying your company. So anyway, all that to say is, in this love fest of the February, find self-love and nurture that. And don't feel guilty or shame or bad that you are doing it for yourself. Because at the end of the day, that's what we've got. You were born that way. You might die that way. And you'd rather feel self-love and have that true love than be searching for it and never find it. Yeah.
What are your thoughts about this episode?
Drop it in the comments and let us know what you want to dive into next.
Subscribe, like, share, and click the link below to book a free consultation. And
we'll see you next time.